Welcome to the fourth grade Internet Safety lesson. Let's begin. The characters in the video I'm about to show you are Guts, Arms, and Heart. So we have Guts, Arms, and Heart. How can people help others be good digital citizens? Let's watch a video about a character who finds he has some superpowers in everyday life.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Wait, who in the world are you?
I'm Super Digital Citizen. Ta-da!
Super digital citizen? Are you from another planet?
Nope,
Can you fly?
apparently not.
And why do we need you, Mr. Superhero?
Think about it. Every day, kids post, share, play, create, explore, and learn all online. The digital world can be a sinister place. So I make sure that kids are safe, responsible, and respectful.
Huh, I guess we do need superheroes like you.
Yep, I'm all about helping us kids make good choices.
That sounds like one tough day job.
Common sense says we can all be superheroes each and every day. What are your superpowers?
Now we have questions. What were the three good choices that Arms helped Guts make in the video? Do you remember? Guts changed his password to be more complex. He protected his tablet with a case and carries it in his backpack so it won't break. He has permission from Hart first before sharing a photo of her online. What does it mean to be a good digital citizen? Acting safely online with no personal information online. Acting responsibly online, using a hard-to-guess password. Acting respectfully online, no name-calling of others while online. Online behavior. Spider-Man's motto is, "With great power comes great responsibility." What does that mean to you as someone who uses technology? It means that you can be really mean online or be really nice. You can use it to build up people or to tear them down. You must make good choices when you're online. Which person acts like a good digital citizen? Kwame gets an email from a person he doesn't know that says he won a prize. He immediately deletes the email and doesn't reply to it. Sarah makes a peanut butter sandwich for her little sister. Willie and Juan are in a fight. They keep posting mean comments about one another online. So which one of those three people acts like a good digital citizen? If you said the first one, Kwame, who got an email from someone he didn't know that says he won a prize and he deletes it, you were right. That person, Kwame, acted like a good digital citizen. You should always delete emails from people that you don't know, and you should never reply or answer to them either. Nick sees that his classmate left her email account open on a school computer by mistake. Nick decides to send an email from her account to a friend, log out of her email and let her know he closed it up for her, or not do anything and let someone else deal with it. Which of those is the correct thing to do if you're a good digital citizen? If you said the middle one, log out of her email and let her know he closed it for her, then you're right. That's what a good digital citizen would do. You should always help other people become good digital citizens, and you should respect their privacy by not reading their emails behind their back. How can you act responsibly online? Treat others with respect. Make sure you have a secure password. Ask permission before posting photos. Or all of the above. Which one of those is something that a good digital citizen would do? I hope you said all of the above because that's the correct answer. They are all great ways to help display good digital citizenship. Keep it private. This video will give you some great tips for keeping your personal information safe while using the internet.
What makes you, you? Well, maybe you have purple hair or really big feet. Things like this make us unique. There's also unique personal information about you that identifies who you are, where you live, and how friends, family, and others can communicate or visit with you. This personal information is like a suitcase we carry around with us. In it, there are things like your name, address, phone number, and email address, your birth date, pictures of you and your family and friends, and passwords you use on the internet. You may not know it, but you use the personal information in your suitcase every day. Check out Alex. On a typical day, he uses personal information in his and other people's suitcases to talk on his cell phone, send a letter to his grandmother, invite a friend over to play at his house, log into his email, and send text messages. Notice, though, that Alex's suitcase has a big, sturdy lock on it. That means he keeps his personal information private, and he only gives it out to people he trusts. He also uses a nickname, not his real name, when posting anything online that strangers might see. Why do you think Alex keeps his personal information locked up tight? One reason is that sometimes people can use our personal information to trick us and put us in bad situations. For example, if someone got Alex's email password, they could pretend to be Alex and write a fake email to his parents telling them he ran away. Or if Alex gave his address to a stranger who harms kids, that stranger could come to his house. So you see, keeping your personal information locked up tight keeps you safe. Sometimes, though, it's okay to give out some of your personal information to people you trust, such as your teachers and friends. An example of this is when Alex signs up for a school field trip and fills in his name, address, and phone number. He knows that this is okay because his teacher is someone he can trust. Other situations aren't so simple, and knowing when it's okay to give out your personal information can be tough. If you're unsure about whether or not you should unlock your internet suitcase, talk with your parents or another adult you trust to get help. Just remember that personal information is your private property, and keeping it safe helps you stay safe.
This video gave you some great tips for protecting your personal information and therefore your online identity. It is important not to share personal information while you are online. Personal information are details about you that can identify you or make it easy for a stranger to learn where you are, who you are, and how to find you. Sharing personal information online can also allow strangers to steal your identity, which means they pretend to be you online, which can damage your reputation. It is not safe to share private information online because the internet is a public, permanent place, which means the things you do there can be seen by a lot of people and stay around forever. Protect your private information. Private information is information that can help strangers figure out who or where you are. Things like your full name, your full address, your school, your teacher's name, your exact location, your plans for the next day or week, your parents' names, your brother or sister's names. What about this kind of information? Never use simple or easy passwords like 12345. Never use that. Never use the word password for your password. Never use your first name for your password. And don't use your birthday for your password. Do these things protect your private information? I'm going to show you some examples of information about you, and you are to shout out safe or unsafe to share with others. So you're going to shout out either the word safe or unsafe. Should you share your home address? Is that safe or unsafe? I hope you said that's unsafe. You should never share your home address. How about talking about where you go to school? Is that safe or unsafe? Shout it out. It's unsafe to talk about where you go to school. How about your full name? Is that safe or unsafe to put on the internet where everyone can see it? That's unsafe. Never use your full name. Stay logged on to public computers like in your classroom. Should you do that? Is that safe or unsafe? Shout it out. That is unsafe also. How about using your dog's name as your password? Is that safe or unsafe? It's unsafe. People who know you might know your dog's name. How about posting pictures of yourself? Is that safe or unsafe? Unsafe. You don't want people that don't know you to see pictures of you. Like if you're standing in front of your house, because then they can figure out where you live. How about talking about movies? If you saw a movie on TV that you liked, do you think it's safe or unsafe to talk about it? That is safe. No one can figure out who you are just by talking about a movie. How about downloading some cool stuff? Is that safe or unsafe? It's safe as long as you get permission from your parents. There are some places that it's unsafe, but if you talk to your parents before you download something, you should be okay. How about making your username your name and your birthday? Is that safe or unsafe? That's unsafe because if somebody knows your name and your birthday, they could figure out your password. Why is it a good idea to protect your private information? The answer is because strangers can use your personal information to find you in the real world or steal your online identity and pretend to be you. How do you know if something is safe to share online? Ask yourself if the information can be used to identify or locate you, or be used by someone to access more of your personal information. If the answer is no, the information might be safe to share. Always ask an adult if you are unsure. Why is it a good idea to have a complex password that you change often? Your password is the key to your personal information. A complex password is more difficult to guess than a simple one.
No matter where you go online, being a good digital citizen can make your online experience much smoother and safer. Thankfully, you can become a better digital citizen in just a few steps. First, always treat others as you'd like to be treated. As you go through forums, comment sections, and social media, remember you're interacting with real people, so be respectful and speak as you would if you were face to face. Insulting, bullying, or arguing with people only makes things worse, and that sort of negativity can have real-life consequences. Next, don't feed the trolls you meet. Trolls are people who enjoy aggravating or arguing with others, and they're found in comment sections, message boards, or anywhere else that can cause disruption. Unfortunately, they're also fairly common. If you encounter a troll, it's best not to interact with them, as any response will likely encourage them to continue their behavior. Don't take material that doesn't belong to you. Although it seems easy to claim others' work for your own use, you still need permission to use material that isn't yours. Always think carefully about what you post online. Remember that once you submit something, you lose control of it, whether it's a message board post or a text message. That's one big reason why your digital footprint can last for many years. So don't post anything that could hurt you if someone found it years later. Be incredibly careful with your personal info. Avoid posting sensitive information, such as your mailing address, phone number, or driver's license number, as some people may try to use that information to take advantage of you. Whenever you're in doubt whether something is safe to post online, don't post it. Finally, don't believe everything you read online. Always take the time to investigate claims and confirm their reliability, especially if they seem extraordinary. That also means you shouldn't share unconfirmed info on social media, or else you could be spreading misinformation. Essentially, being a good digital citizen means you're respectful and safe wherever you go online.
GCF.
Questions to know. What does it mean to not feed the trolls? Do you know the answer? Think about it. It means to not interact with those that deliberately aggravate others. So if somebody's on the internet and they call you a name, you don't want to get into a shouting match back and forth online calling each other names. Just ignore them. What do you do? When do you lose control over your own photo or video? When do you lose control? The moment you post photos and videos online, others can copy them and share them with others. So even if you delete it, it'll be on hundreds of other people's computers and they can post it again and it all goes back online. What are some ways to be irresponsible or disrespectful online? Being unkind to others, taking materials that don't belong to you, sharing your personal information, and believing everything you see online. Those are just some ways to be irresponsible or disrespectful. Crossing the line. Sometimes it can be difficult to tell what words can be hurtful when talking to someone online. Work through this interactive activity as a class. Discuss and decide if the statements are chatting or cyberbullying. So you're going to shout out either the word chatting or cyberbullying and the examples I'm going to show you. Crossing the line. Shout out the word chatting if the example is safe and the person is only chatting with someone else. Shout out the word cyberbullying if the example is bullying someone and is not the right thing to do. Remember, you're going to be shouting out either chatting or cyberbullying. You are so stupid. Is that an example of chatting or cyberbullying? I hope you said that it's cyberbullying, because it is. I'm going to beat you up today. Is that chatting or cyberbullying? That is cyberbullying. I like your new shoes. Chatting or cyberbullying? That's chatting. How did you do on Mrs. Hood's quiz? Chatting or cyberbullying? That's chatting. You should give up on making friends. Chatting or cyberbullying? Shout it out. That's cyberbullying. I'm going to start rumors about you. Chatting or cyberbullying? Cyberbullying. What is your favorite book? Chatting or cyberbullying? That is chatting. Our teacher is so ugly. Chatting or cyberbullying? Cyberbullying. I know a secret about Coach Holmes. Want to hear it? Is that chatting or cyberbullying? It's cyberbullying. Olivia is so good at math. Chatting or cyberbullying? It's chatting. You are so good at drawing. Chatting or cyberbullying? That's chatting. I hate your face. Is that chatting or cyberbullying? I hope you knew that is cyberbullying. Now we're going to be talking about copyright laws and plagiarism. What is plagiarism? Plagiarism is copying and pasting text, images, videos, or anything that someone else created without giving them credit. How is plagiarism like cheating? Plagiarism is cheating and has consequences in school. You can be thrown out of college for plagiarism. How do you feel when someone cheats off of you in class? Do you feel annoyed? Angry? Do you have hurt feelings about it? Are you scared of being caught? I've got a video here I'm going to show you. Plagiarism and copyright. When someone copies and pastes text, images, video, or anything someone else created without giving them credit, this is called plagiarism. Plagiarism is a form of cheating and it's against school rules. If a teacher asks you to write a report or complete a project, the teacher expects you not to copy others' work, even if it's from a web page. Even copying something in your own handwriting is still plagiarism. Copyright laws protect the ownership of authors' written works, photos, drawings, videos, and other graphics by requiring that people who make copies only do it when they have the owner's permission. However, there are some things that are considered fair use and do not require copyright permission, only that a citation be given. Shout out. I will now show you some examples of situations. After I read them, you will shout out, "Okay," if you think the situation is okay. "No way," if you think the situation is not okay. So remember, you're going to shout out "okay" or "no way." David had basketball practice last night and didn't have time to do his homework. Justin offers to let him copy his and sends it to David in an email. Is that okay or no way? Shout it out. I hope you said no way. Email makes it easy for students to share their work. However, unless the teacher tells students to work together and turn in the same paper, she expects David's work to be his own. Even though Justin gave David permission, it is still plagiarism when you copy from someone else. Manny has to write a paragraph about water resources for science. He finds a paragraph on a website that is just right. Manny copies it in his own handwriting and changes some of the words. Is that okay or no way? Shout it out. I hope you said no way. Copying someone else's work from the web in her own handwriting does not make it Manny's work. This is plagiarism. Samantha copies a web page into her book report and adds her own first sentence. Is that okay or no way? Hope you said no way. Using the exact words of someone else is plagiarism, even if you add your own topic sentence. Samantha should restate the passage in her own words, or she can use a quote from the author if she provides a citation. Congratulations, you have completed 4th grade Internet Safety.